While he was performing his austerities, the demigods kidnapped Hiranyakashipu's pregnant wife, Kayadu, fearing that the child within her womb would be an even greater demon than his father. But Narada Muni intervened and gave Kayadu protection. Thus the child within the womb received spiritual instructions from the great devotee of the Lord, Narada Muni. In due course of time, Kayadu and her son Prahlad were returned to the palace of Hiranyakashipu.
Come, my child, come to your father. You must feel proud to have a father like me, so powerful, feared and respected throughout the entire universe. And I want the best for you, my son. One day, you will inherit all my wealth, power, gold, sovereignty over the entire universe. So, I have arranged a suitable education for you. Sanda and Namaka will teach you all you need to know to become the greatest ruler.
Although the teachers of Prahlad tried their best to educate him in politics, economics, and other material activities, Prahlad was not very interested in their instructions and continued to be a pure devotee. When the teachers left the room, Prahlad taught his friends the glories of chanting and remembering the Lord.
My dear friends, do not waste your human form of life by simply playing around all day. We should engage in devotional service even when we are young, for this human form of life is very rare. Come on, let's chant and dance. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
After some time, the teachers brought Prahlad before his father.
Ah, Prahlad, my dear son, come to your father. You've been studying under Sanda and Namaka for some time now, and they are very expert teachers. Now, tell me, what is the best knowledge you have learned?
Hearing and chanting about Vishnu, serving his lotus feet, worshipping Vishnu, offering prayers to him, becoming his servant, becoming Vishnu's friend, and surrendering everything to him. These are the 9 processes of devotional service. One who follows any of these is said to have the best knowledge.
After Prahlad had spoken in this way, Hiranyakashipu, blinded by anger and hatred for the Supreme Lord, threw the boy off his lap onto the ground. Indignant and angry, his reddish eyes like molten copper, Hiranyakashipu commanded his servants,
Take this boy away from me. He has become my enemy and deserves to be killed.
So the demon Rakshasas took Prahlad away and began to torment and pierce his tender body with sharp spears. But Prahlad sat quietly chanting the holy names of the Lord and remained unharmed. They tried burning him in boiling oil, starving him, exposing him to severe wind and rain, putting him in the path of big elephants, setting poisonous snakes on him. They even tried throwing him off a huge cliff. But every time, Prahlad kept chanting the holy names of God and was saved by the Lord of his heart. When Hiranyakashipu found that he couldn't harm Prahlad in any way, he became bewildered. He tried again to teach Prahlad the ways of the demons, but Prahlad remained steadfast in his devotion to Lord Vishnu.
You are my son, Prahlad, but you are my enemy. Don't you know that when I'm angry, the whole universe shakes in fear of me? By whose power has a rascal like you become so impudent that you are fearless of me?
My dear father, my source of power is the same as yours, Lord Vishnu. You should also accept him as your master.
You dare minimize my power. Then you should prepare to meet your death. You always talk of this Vishnu being superior to me. Then tell me, where is this Vishnu? For I wish to see him.
He is everywhere, Father.
Everywhere? Is he here? Is he here? Is he here?
Yes, Father.
Is he in this pillar?
Yes, Father.
Then I shall strike this pillar with my sword and kill him!
Out from the pillar burst Lord Nrsinghadeva, the half-man, half-lion incarnation of Lord Vishnu, with his angry eyes blazing like molten gold, his arms spread in all directions as he killed the demons and atheists. He was anger personified. The Lord's mouth and mane were sprinkled with drops of blood, and his fierce eyes, full of anger, were impossible to look at. Licking the edge of his mouth with his tongue, the Supreme Personality of Godhead resembled a lion that had just killed an elephant. Taking up his club, Hiranyakashipu attacked Lord Nrsinghadeva, and a mighty fight took place. Lord Nrsinghadeva captured Hiranyakashipu like Garuda captures an enormous snake. The Lord placed the demon on his lap, and in the doorway of the assembly hall, he ripped open the belly of the demon with the nails of his hands, tore out his intestines, and wore them like a garland around his neck. The fearful demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, approached the Lord with heartfelt prayers.
My dear Lord, no one can estimate your power. You have protected us and killed this Hiranyakashipu, despite the benedictions I gave him. He was killed neither in the day or night, but at twilight, neither inside or outside, but in the doorway, neither by man or beast or demigod, but by half man, half lion. Neither in the sky, the sea, or the air, but on your lap. No weapons were used, only your transcendental nails. Thus you have kept all the boons intact and still defeated this demon. All glories to you.
But Nrsinghadeva could not be appeased until young Prahlad came forward. Despite the many difficulties Prahlad had experienced, his steadfast devotion was very pleasing to the Lord. He placed his lotus hand on the head of Prahlad and asked Prahlad what benediction he would like.
My dear Lord, my only prayer is that within the core of my heart there be no more material desires, so that I may be able to serve you eternally with pure love and devotion. And I wish, my Lord, that you be merciful to my father and excuse him for all his sinful activities.
Lord Nrsinghadeva was very pleased with the prayers of Prahlad and assured him that not only would his father be purified, but also his forefathers and the whole dynasty. Such is the potency of pure, unalloyed devotional service to the Lord. Nrsinghadeva Bhagavan Ki Jai!